Welcome to round 7 and 8 of the Porsche GT3 Cup Challenge Great Britain here at Rockingham. This week we're following Guy Riall. It's Guy's second year in the GT3 Cup Challenge after competing in 3 race weekends last year. Let's hear from him now.
Do you know what? I'm really pleased with the way I've progressed, but I do have the habit of beating myself up, of not being satisfied, you know, wanting to do better all the time. So, you know, in the great scheme of things, yeah, I've improved far more than I could have expected, but I just want to do better. I want to get up that grid. It's an incredible feeling. The car, when the car is hooked up, it feels incredible. But when you get it wrong, it lets you know. It really does slow you down. The car gets a bit bogged, it understeers. I had that problem yesterday. The car was understeering a lot. I thought it was the car. It turns out that I was overdriving it, which means I'm trying too hard, I'm going in too deep, I'm braking too late. I need to back off, I need to brake a little bit earlier, and just smoothly does it. Smooth is the way forward.
I'm here with Guy today, just to moral support him really. I mean, as you know, Guy only gets out at weekends because Tuesday to Thursday is obviously detained. But with his tag, it's okay that he can come out at weekends now, and he just comes along and I just keep an eye on him basically. The Porsche is a fantastic thing to drive, but Guy hasn't raced very much at all, so I think he does incredibly well, and he's always mindful that he doesn't want to make a mistake and he doesn't want to go off, he doesn't want to damage it, so he always drives carefully, but he really enjoys it and he really wants to get better, but you know, he, like everybody, he works so hard that it's actually difficult for him to get time off work to do any testing or any practicing, which really we need to go take him testing for a few days, do some coaching with him, and he'd come on leaps and bounds. You know,
Steve Liquorish, Justin Sherwood, they are, for me, probably in a different league because they've been doing it a lot longer. I'm playing catch up, but you know, I should be pleased with where I am. Podium, I think if somebody slips up, then yes, there's a possibility, but realistically, I think I'm battling for 4th and 5th, maybe with Kelvin.
Stephen Liquorish and Justin Sherwood exchanged fastest times during qualifying, but a late surge from Liquorish secured pole position for the first race. Kyle-Henney qualified 3rd, Kelvin Fletcher was 4th fastest in the session, with Guy Riall securing 5th.
Sort of had to refocus the brain, came in, swapped tyres, told it was pretty close for pole. Just thought, right, we've got sort of 5 minutes left, one and a half out laps, and then try and really put that lap together.
I started off okay, and I was getting down into the mid-25s, and the tyres came in nice and warm, sticky, but the more I tried, the slower it got, and towards the end I was falling away. Then I did a couple of good laps towards the end. You know, you sort of gather your mind back, get yourself set again, try again.
Round 7 about to get underway. Away they go. Liquorish gets a good start. He keeps Sherwood at bay down to the first corner. Kyle-Henney doesn't have the best of starts. That lets Fletcher through, but all the cars close through the first corner. Sherwood looks to be making a move up the inside. He's done it. He makes it look effortless. Guy Riall slipping back slightly now. Kyle-Henney looking to pass Fletcher on the inside into Dean, and he's passed. Good move from Kyle-Henney. Sherwood has opened up a gap up front, but 2nd to 4th is looking very tight indeed. Fletcher looks determined to retake 3rd, but he's finding it difficult. Guy Riall can't close the gap to 4th. Justin Sherwood takes the checkered flag to make it 7 wins out of 7 races. Liquorish claims 2nd, Kyle-Henney 3rd, Fletcher 4th, and Riall 5th.
Really thoroughly enjoyed the race. You know, Kelvin, Peter, Steve, yeah, we're all together at the start, and it was a fantastic race.
And Justin, yeah, you know, good overtake up the inside. And then, you know, he managed the gap well. I think both of us did our fastest laps towards the end, so neither of us were putting in quick laps to start with. So, yeah, nobody to be blamed but myself there, really.
What a brilliant race. 4 of us were really close at the start, and you know, Kelvin obviously jumped me at the start. A little bit difficult to get it into second, but when we sort of settled down, it was really close racing, having to defend as much as I was trying to push. Made up for Croft, so yeah, really good.
Yeah, 5th, not bad, but only out of 5, so a bit disappointed. It started okay, you know, 5 or 6 laps, we were all there or thereabouts behind each other in a train. And then I think I just had a couple of bad laps, and I think I just let him go.
The car's on the grid for round 8. Lights out, everybody gets away. Kyle-Henney has a poor start, though he drops to 5th. Not for long, Kyle-Henney on the move as they work their way through the first corner. Sherwood storms away from the start then to open up a sizable gap. On board with Riall, looks to be getting a run on Kyle-Henney, but he's on the power too early and he spins through Dean. Round goes Guy Riall, and that's going to cost him time. The top 2 meanwhile pulling away, Fletcher finding himself in clean air in 3rd place. And Kyle-Henney has spun. He's run wide through Gracelands and couldn't recover from that. Round goes Peter Kyle-Henney. Liguorish preventing Sherwood from pulling too far ahead, and he's keeping the gap to within a couple of seconds now. Peter Kyle-Henney has recovered from his spin, but Fletcher has opened up a comfortable gap. Guy Riall, 5th, has got too much work to do to catch Kyle-Henney. Checkered flag time. Sherwood takes his 8th victory from 8 races. Liguorish is a close 2nd, Fletcher 3rd, Kyle-Henney 4th, and Guy Riall 5th.
Well, that race was quite tough actually, because it's a busy lap here, and I think I pushed the tyres a bit too much in the first few laps, and then the last 10 minutes it was yeah, they'd gone a bit over the top, and it was allowing Steve to catch me a bit, and it was a bit of struggle towards the end, but I'm glad really pleased I've won.
Towards the end of the race I closed the gap a little bit, which I was pleased with. Much more confident on my starts now, so that's the main thing. So a few positives to pull out of the weekend. Generally could be disappointed with not getting the win, but yeah, you know, I'm getting closer and closer each weekend, so I've got to keep on the positives.
I went in today with wanting to be a little bit more aggressive and quite militant with, you know, I wanted to drive well, drive consistent, and if the opportunity came, I was going to take it, and if somebody else tried to take the opportunity, then I wanted to try and close the door and be a little bit more efficient that way.
Yeah, I got a cracking start. Fake to go down the outside. I thought, well, I took on the inside, and I was way quicker. I forced him a little bit wide into the first corner, but he went round the outside. I just got on the power about a metre too soon, and that was it. Back end had gone onto the grass. You're racing on your own after that.
In the championship, Justin Sherwood now has a 21-point lead over Stephen Liquorish, with Kelvin Fletcher 3rd. Peter Kyle-Henney is 4th, just 5 points up on Guy Riall, but 1 back from Kelvin Fletcher. The team's championship is headed by Team Parker Racing, well clear of PARR Motorsport. Redline Racing 3rd, Almara Racing is 4th. Thanks for joining us. Brands Hatch is our next stop in September.